Good morning. It's December 15, 2022, and it's a Thursday. Here in LA, sunny morning right now, very still, around 45 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 7 Celsius. Today I was thinking about the song Mysteries of Love. It's the first song that Angelo and I worked on together, and it also brought us together with Julee Cruise. It's from the year 1986. This afternoon it'll be going up to 64 degrees Fahrenheit. It's around 18 Celsius, and it looks like clouds are going to be coming, partly cloudy and then maybe cloudy all along the way. Everyone, have a great day.
Forever in a said, I love you, Kelly. And she said, I want you to listen to me kill myself. And I did.
Man sieht ihn um die Kirche schleichen. Seit einem Jahr ist er allein. Die Trauer nahm ihm alle Sinne. Schläft jede Nacht bei ihrem Stein. Ich alleine kann ihn lesen und auf dem Zaun der rote Hahn ist seinerzeit dein Herz gewesen. Die Furcht auf diesen Zaun gespießt, geh ich nun graben, jede Nacht zu sehen, was noch übrig ist von dem Gesicht, das mir gelacht. Dort bei den Glocken verbring ich die Nacht, dort zwischen Schnecken ein einsames Tier. Tagsüber lauf ich der Nacht hinterher, zum zweiten Mal kommst du mir, heirate mich, heirate mich, heirate mich, mit meinen Händen grab ich tief zu finden, was ich so vermisst. Und als der Mond im schönsten Kleid hab deinen kalten Mund geküsst. Ich nehm dich zärtlich in den Arm, doch deine Haut reißt wie Papier und Teile fallen von dir ab. Zum zweiten Mal entkommst du mir. Dort bei den Glocken verbring ich die Nacht, dort zwischen Schnecken ein einsames Tier. Tagsüber lauf ich der Nacht hinterher, zum zweiten Mal entkommst du mir. Heirate
how many do we do? 2 or 3?
Harry, I'm going to tell you.
I loved Straight Story.
Harry Dean was in The Cowboy and the Frenchman, Wild at Heart, Hotel Room, Straight Story, Inland Empire, and Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me.
Oh, we've done a whole 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things together.
Wow. We're a team.
Yeah.
Secrets travel on. I start to believe if I were to leave in sky the man shaves his hands held high, a cruise beyond, cruise me babe, a blonde beneath beyond, beyond, beyond. No return, no return. I'm
He's so truthful that that's what you build your trust on, you know. It's not a lot of hot air, and he's supportive, you know, and everything, but if something didn't go quite as well as hoped, he wouldn't go, well, no, I think it was all right, you know. He would say, it's been better, but I've got everything I need.
This is where mechanical excellence, 1,400 horsepower pays off.
There's a man in back of this place. He's the one who's doing it. I can see him through the wall. I can see his face. I hope that I never see that face ever outside of a dream. That's it.
So tired of fire, so tired of smoke. So tired of fire, so tired of smoke. Send me an angel, save me. Send me an angel, save me. Wanna have a good day today. I wanna have a good day today. I wanna have a good day today. Good day today. Tired of drowning, going so low. Tired of drowning, going so low. Send me an angel, save me. Send me an angel, save me. So tired, so tired, so tired, so tired. Send me an angel, save me. Send me an angel, save me.
I've always imagined myself to have no limits and that anything is possible. I think that comes with being an actor. You just believe that you can play every part. Yes, it was my first screen test was for a movie called Dune. This was in 1983, early 1983. It took place in Los Angeles with David Lynch. I had been trained as an actor at school at the University of Washington. I just started my career. I'd done some Shakespeare and I'd done a small role in Seattle at a theater. I had never before been in front of a camera, film or television. So Dune was my very first experience, and it was also my first screen test.
in the tree. I'll see you in the tree. Under the sycamore tree.
In the case of Lost Highway, I'd say David. So, am I playing two different people? Yes. Is one of them a ghost? Is one a hallucination? Are these real people? What am I playing here? I don't know, Patricia. What do you think?
You don't believe in meditation?
Oh, totally. But I believe meditation is every moment as we speak.
Interesting.
We're meditating now.
Yon wheeling of great stars hath cast a silver web around my heart, upon an elfin sea, in a ship of filigree. And look upon her prow, a sign upon her brow. She guides us on our way when hearts they go astray. Lorelei, Lorelei, who will dry your pretty eyes? Lorelei, as you fly around those starry skies. Lorelei, why, oh why, oh why, oh Lorelei. Yeah, I am Shama. Yeah, I am Shama. Yeah, I am Shama. Yeah, I am Shama. All those wheeling of great stars they cast a spell on me as I wander through the stars. Linda, love, and me. I don't know how I got here, but I know where I go. As I wander, all I know, Lorelei, Lorelei, you will dry your pretty eyes as you fly, Lorelei, around these starry skies. Lorelei, 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 oh why, oh why? I am Sham. Emma, 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 I am Sham.
Come in.
Someone wasn't here. Whoever it was left that bag.
Did you open it?
No.
Did you touch it?
No. Who knows what's inside of that bag? I was afraid to even go near it.
Perhaps you know the person who left the bag. It is very beautiful.
You know, I just arrived yesterday. I don't know anyone here in Shanghai.
You meet no one here?
No, I'm telling you, I met no one. I went out today for a lunch meeting with a woman I work with. Several others in our company will arrive tomorrow. We needed to go over arrangements.
Lunch? Yes. But now it is late in the night.
Yes. I went after lunch to see the tower. The Pearl Tower. I went to see it. I had learned it was inspired by a poem. A poem about different sized pearls falling on jade. The jade plate. I thought I heard this sound as I looked up at the tower. I felt
Yes.
It's silly.
What?
I felt I had been here before.
met at a dinner party for a friend in New York, and the first thing David said to me was, you know, you look like you could be Ingrid Bergman's daughter. Which caused one of our friends to say, you idiots, she is Ingrid Bergman's daughter. Our dinner conversation continued, and I was sitting next to David, and he told me he was casting for his new film, Blue Velvet. He was desperate to cast Helen Mirren in the role of Dorothy Valance, the tortured nightclub singer. But Helen declined the part because it was a little bit controversial. So dinner done, I went home, and the next day the doorbell rang, and a messenger delivered me the script of Blue Velvet with a note from David. It says, on second thought, since Helen wouldn't do the film, would you consider it?
A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night, and just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, go to sleep, everything is all right. I close my eyes, then I drift away into the magic night. I softly say a silent prayer, like dreamers do. Then I fall asleep to dream my dreams of you. In dreams I walk with you. In dreams I talk to you. In dreams you're mine. All of the time we're together. In dreams, but just before the dawn, I awake and find you gone. I can't help it, I can't help it if I cry. I remember that you said goodbye. It's too bad that all these things can only happen in my dreams.
How would you describe yourself?
There's nothing. There's no self.
And how would you like to be remembered?
Doesn't matter.
What were your dreams as a child?
Nightmares.
when he sighed, coming round, shining, he fell down, crying, fell down, crying, calling out, he cried, calling out, he cried, came, and the noise turned to voices came, and the noise came, and the noise feeling turned to love, a sublime love, and the nose it turned feeling love, feeling sublime, love, a sublime love,
Rockin' good news. Those toenails about dry yet, sweetheart? We got some dancing to do.
I lay awake thinking, and my mind jumping around. And then I couldn't keep away from it, and I started to think about bread. I was thinking about bread, and my mind started to go in sort of smooth waves. And then all of a sudden I started to cry. After a while it was better, and I lay in bed and listened to the heavy trams go by. And then I went to sleep. Obsession, Calvin Klein.
Et je te rends ton amour. lu la fable d'un mortel aimé. Tu m'as trompé. Toi, tu m'as laissé me compromettre. Je serai l'unique pour des milliers d'yeux, un nu de maître. Et je te rends ton amour pour toujours. Je te rends ton amour, le mien est trop lourd. Je te rends ton amour, c'est plus flagrant le jour. Tes couleurs se sont diluées. Et je reprends mon amour, redeviens les contours de mon seul maître caché. Et je te rends ton amour pour toujours. Je te rends ton amour, le mien est trop lourd. Je te rends ton amour, c'est plus flagrant le jour. Tes couleurs se sont diluées. Et je reprends mon amour, redeviens les contours de mon seul maître caché. Et je te rends ton amour pour toujours. Je te rends ton amour, le mien est trop lourd. Je te rends ton amour, c'est plus flagrant le jour. Tes couleurs se sont diluées. Et je reprends mon amour, redeviens les contours de mon seul maître caché.
I've got good news. That the mule is going to come back in style. She's my cousin. But doesn't she look almost exactly like Laura Palmer?
But it is Laura Palmer. Are you Laura Palmer?
I feel like I know where sometimes my arms went back. She's filled with secrets. Where we're from, the birds sing a pretty song. And there's always music in the air.
take a drive through the old town, back past the place where we met. Some things are hard to remember, some things you'll never forget. Let's take a walk down your old street. Who lives in your house today? Let's see if we can remember all of the vows that we made. Kisses you gave me, vows you made me, none of these things have changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Young lovers stand in the shadows, new lovers taking our place. Though you're gone, I remember, and I can still see your face. Kisses you gave me, the vows you made me, none of these things have changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
Well, how about you and I speak about the David that we know, about the families he builds and the process he uses to create his films. Films from the mind of a modern Renaissance man.
The experience of seeing those films is unforgettable. They bring up these extraordinary feelings. Who doesn't remember the first time they saw a David Lynch movie? And if you
You think that's incredible? Imagine the first time you get to meet David Lynch. It was actually the luckiest day of my life. We met, and I think he decided upon meeting that I was going to play the role of Paul in Dune, and that was it. Nice. Simple.
And my first meeting with David, he cast me at age 17 in Blue Velvet.
What? You were 17?
Yes, Kyle.
Oh,
You should have asked.
Legal. Anyway, the three of us met over a very fancy Hollywood lunch.
Yes, sirree. I'll never forget it. Bob's Big Boy. And David sat there watching us while we talked about our lines and our roles we might play. I remember while he was doodling cartoons in ketchup with his silverware.
Mm-hmm. Never forget. He had that huge knowing smile on his face because, well, we didn't have any idea, but he was creating a family right there.
You became Kale.
Yes, I did. And you became the Tidbit.
Right. His nicknames for us have stuck as we shared the privilege of working with him our entire adult lives.
I'll never forget our first work together on Blue Velvet.
I won't either. My first work day, as I recall, with you both on a David Lynch movie. I hold that memory forever. It was a night shoot, right? And we were on this beautiful street in the middle of the night, this small city town, David had Shostakovich.
Depuis que la notoriété s'est démocratisée à travers la pratique des réseaux sociaux, la compétition pour occuper l'attention d'autrui est devenue pandémique. Et avec celle-ci, l'obsession de la réussite personnelle, une obsession qui nourrit les inégalités sociales, le malheur individuel et la guerre de chacun contre tous. Mais de la même manière que la religion chrétienne a, dès son apparition, eu à combattre ses hérétiques, les visionnaires, que l'Église a pourchassés le long de son histoire et tenté vainement d'exterminer sous le nom de gnostiques, manichéens, cathares, Hollywood a depuis ses commencements rencontré des réalisateurs et produit des films qui se sont opposés à son programme de domination psychique et ont inventé des possibilités d'émancipation à travers la bien nommée magie du cinéma. Et si ces films ont survécu, c'est parce qu'ils sont porteurs d'une vérité dont nous ne saisissons pas forcément dès la première vision toute la substance, mais dont on ressent toujours l'incroyable pertinence. Ce sont ces films qui sont aujourd'hui porteurs du désensorcellement nécessaire pour nous permettre d'ouvrir Hollywood et de lire, à travers le miroir que ces films nous présentent, notre propre visage. Parmi ces films, le plus fameux, le plus complexe et le plus obsédant est sans doute Mulholland Drive de David Lynch.
realization comes only in our dreams. I feel my hatred grow all the more extreme. Can this world really be as sad as it seems?
So, we meet in a train station. Jack? You know anything about birds, Jack?
Why do you ask?
It's just a simple question.
Don't worry. I've heard the phrase, birds of a feather flock together.
Yes.
A perceived fundamental. There are, of course, exceptions.
You've been seen with birds. Farm birds.
while, I lived near a farm. Look at me. Are my pupils dilated?
You're avoiding the question. damn, look at that. That is a cup of coffee. Damn, Mary. It's like a swimming pool. Yeah, this is great.
It's your band.
It's nice flavor. greatest thing in the world is ideas. And none of us do anything without an idea. So there's ideas for everything. And I love to try to catch ideas and catch an idea that I fall in love with. And then I know exactly what to do. Stay true to that idea, translate it to one medium or another. When you catch an idea, you see it in your mind's eye, and you feel it, and you can hear it, and then you write that idea down on a piece of paper. And you write it down in such a way that when you read it, the idea comes back in full. And you hold this idea in your mind, and you stay true to that, and it guides you through the process. We are all human beings, and the human being is a glorious being. And even though it might not be taught in school, each and every one of us human beings has a field within us, a treasury within us. And this treasury is known by many names, but it's like an ocean of pure consciousness, pure bliss. Unbounded this field is. Unbounded, infinite, eternal, immutable, immortal consciousness. And this field in Vedic language is called Nitya and Aparashaya, meaning eternal and uncreated. No one created this field. It's always and forever been there. It's there right now, and it will be there forever. And this consciousness, pure consciousness, has qualities. So within each and every one of us is unbounded intelligence, unbounded creativity, bliss, happiness, love, energy, and peace. And we're living on the surface, but deep within is this treasury.
At the Prague Symphony Orchestra, and David said, Angelo, I need some firewood. I said, what do you mean, what firewood? He said, I just need you to make some long tracks, very slow, with very low instruments. I said, you mean like the cello and the basses and maybe the bassoon and contrabassoon and contrabass clarinet, you know, down in hell? Yeah, those just those instruments, you know, no violins, no piccolos, and record me like 10 minutes of music, very slow, and use a click track. So I wrote these long, as they say, music whole notes tied, you know, all over the place for these instruments. They would have to, I don't know where they had time to breathe, but they found little spaces in between, the brass players and woodwinds anyway. And I would record this 10 minutes of maybe, you know, maybe a total of 20 minutes twice, right? He said, that's good, Angelo. And then he said that this is gonna work out great. And then what he did later was he took those same bottomy things and then he turned them, he said to the engineer, play this back half speed. Now you're gonna play what's all the way down there, half speed. Suddenly, from the bottom, you're way below bottom, right there. You know. Then he said to the engineer, that really sounds cool, really cool. But now can you make it quarter speed? Quarter speed? No, well, it was down there, right? Now, David, from that 10 minutes, suddenly has a 15, 20-minute track of this undulating, slow, rumbling sounds.
saludo de tu voz te hablé muy bien y tú, sin saber que he estado llorando por tu amor, llorando por tu amor, luego de tu adiós sentí todo mi dolor, sola y llorando, 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 llorando. No es fácil de entender que al verte otra vez yo esté llorando. Yo que pensé que te olvidé, pero es verdad, es la verdad, que te quiero aún más, mucho más que ayer. Dime tú qué puedo hacer, no me quieres ya y siempre quedó llorando, 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 llorando. Tu
Here we go for today's number. It's December 16, 2022. 10 balls. Each ball has a number. Numbers 1 through 10. Swirl the numbers. Pick a number. Today's number is 1.
Now remember this. When the horizon's at the bottom, it's interesting. When the horizon's at the top, it's interesting. When the horizon's in the middle, it's boring as shit. Now, good luck to you. And get the fuck out of my office.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
To the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, thank you for this honor. And to all the people who helped me along the road, congratulations to the other honorees tonight, and everyone have a great night. You have a very interesting face. Good night.
Yes.